What up? What up? What up? What's going on, everyone? Hope everyone's having a blessed Friday night. This is another installment of the Southern Baller Show. Just making up for last Sunday. We did not have a show last week, so just want to come on and do some content. Didn't want to leave week 4 undone. And Sunday we're doing the recaps of week 5, of course. But of course, Coach 67 Sports TV, he is an actual coach, so he has his obligations he has to do. So he couldn't make it this show. But shout out to Coach 67 Sports TV. Please go support that brother. Him and Cadillac Red and 503 Line, they're doing a bomb ass show with a coaching show. So please support them brothers, man, on the Supreme Beats Boxing channel. Salute Joe Town. Already in the chat. I appreciate you, brother.
What's
JB,
up,
how you doing, man?
Joe Town? Man, I'm blessed, man. And salute the coach and the rest of the brothers in the LDBC, man. But man, I'm ready to knock out this show out the way. It's gonna be a good Friday, good day. It's Friday. So it's gonna be a good weekend of football, man. I can't wait.
Yes, Lord, and guess who slipped in and joining us, man? The always down, Big Joe. What's going on, bro?
Salute to the family. What's going on with y'all? How y'all doing on this Friday?
Man, I'm glad I'm off work. That's how I'm doing.
Facts.
I hear you on that. I just got off about an hour ago, so I'm right there with you.
I hear you, man. But you just called us in right in time. We were just gonna go over the scores of week 4 since we missed Sunday's show. So and I know Miami and Virginia Tech is playing. I know Miami is winning 14-7. So I thought Miami's going to blow them out, Virginia Tech out. But like you said, man, this might be a trap game because it's ACC rivals.
ACC football, man. ACC football. No game is you can't. It's this. If you watch the games in the conference for the last 5 years, you can't predict it, man. It's weird.
It remind me of the SWAC, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go ahead and go into these scores, man.
Warden threw a pick. Golly.
You sure did.
Dang.
Sure did.
What I tell you, bro?
Dang. Sure did, man. Oh. Yes, it's definitely a good game, man. You're making me eat crow. I thought it was going to be a blowout. But nothing too easy in ACC. But anyway, South Alabama blew out Appalachian State 48-14. Illinois went to overtime with Nebraska, beat Nebraska 31-24. Stanford.
That was a good game.
It was.
Yeah, that was a real good game. Yeah.
Stanford surprised me. They beat Syracuse. I thought Syracuse was going to win. They won 26-24.
Stanford got a good team this year. Stanford played Clemson next. So that's going to be a good game.
Yeah, they in the ACC now. Yes, it's definitely going to be a good game. So Clemson better not sleep on them. Washington State crawled out of a second two overtime game against San Jose State, 54-52. So it was actually a good game. No defense, but good game.
Yep.
Texas beat the brakes out of University of Louisiana Monroe, 51-3. Ohio State beat Marshall 49-14. Let me share my screen, y'all, so y'all can won't just hear my voice. Y'all can actually see what I'm going by.
Your boy Archie Manning was looking kind of shaky though, throwing 2 picks.
Yeah. He's a freshman, so he's gonna need some time to mature for sure.
Yeah, true. And talking about premature quarterbacks, we gonna cook on that, but on the NFL level. But did I already say Ohio State beat Marshall 49-14?
No, you didn't. No.
Okay. Yeah, Ohio State beat Marshall 49-14. Ole Miss beat Georgia Southern 52-13. Tennessee beats Oklahoma 25-15. Decent game. Missouri crawls out of another second overtime game. Missouri beat Vanderbilt barely 30-27. Miami beats the brakes off of South Florida
Hmm.
50-15. Penn State beats Kent State 56-0. Michigan crawls out of a good game that went down to the wire against USC Southern California
Hmm. Hmm.
27-24. Utah barely beats Oklahoma State 22-19. BYU outmatches ranked Kansas State 38-9. LSU beats UCLA 34-17. Miami of Ohio loses to Notre Dame 28-3. Louisville, I know Big Joe gonna love this. Louisville beats Georgia Tech 31-19.
Oh, way.
Ohio State beats Arkansas State 52-7. Clemson just outmatches North Carolina State. I'm disappointed. I thought North Carolina State was going to have a better showing, but they get outmatched 59-35. Buffalo beats the ranked Northern Illinois 23-20. Went to overtime. This game surprised me, man. Um,
Hmm.
but you never know. That's why we love college football, right? Um, Texas A&M barely beats Bowling Green 25, 26-20. Army is still undefeated. They beat Rice 37-14. They killing people with that option flex bone, Big Joe and JB.
Hey, well,
They've been
well,
doing that for years.
Armor's undefeated. They 4-0.
Yeah, yeah. Houston gets blanked out by Cincinnati 34-0. Charlotte get the brakes beat out of them by Indiana 52-14. Um, man, Tulane crawls out of the game against Louisiana, the Raging Cajun, uh, 41-33. Villanova loses to Maryland 38-20. Florida beats Mississippi State 45-28. And this is one of the games we have to talk about, man. James Madison beats North Carolina. Not 21-20, not 32-30, 70-50. We're gonna cook on that later. Uh Kansas Jayhawks loses to West Virginia 32-28. Kentucky beats Ohio Bobcats 41-6. Central Michigan loses to Ball State. No, excuse me. Central Michigan wins against Ball State 37-34. Virginia beat the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers 43-24. I ain't know St. Francis had a football team. Eastern Michigan beat St. Francis 36-0. Temple beats Utah State 45-29. Southern Miss beats Jackson State beats Southern Miss 44-7. Nevada beats Eastern Michigan 49-16. Arkansas, those Razorbacks outlast the Auburn Tigers 24-14. Uh, the UMass or Massachusetts beats Central Connecticut 35-31, barely. Navy, this was a surprise. Navy upsets Memphis. Excuse me. Yeah, Navy upsets Memphis 56-44. What y'all think on that one?
Man, I didn't even catch that game. Dang. Didn't Memphis beat Florida State?
They sure did.
Dang.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you we're gonna talk about this later, but when you're playing teams, a lot of times you get so amped up and you're ready to play that week. You put all your focus into that week, and you're on a high, and it's hard to maintain that high throughout the whole season. You know what I mean? In college sports, is any given Saturday, same thing with football, any given Sunday. So Memphis losing, it's the same. It's the same thing with Northern Illinois. Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame. So
Right.
it's just it's hard to maintain that level of focus throughout the whole year.
It is. It is. And a lot of these teams that used to be pushovers, you just blow out. They competing, man. And even upsetting these the teams that we normally used to seeing winning. So yeah, it's definitely
Shout out to the NIL.
yeah. Shout out to the NIL. They bringing a lot of talent to these ball clubs that normally wasn't competing or barely competing.
Ain't that all those talent ain't stacked in Alabama and all
Florida
the rest
State,
of
as we can see.
Auburn and Florida. Yeah.
hmm Pittsburgh blows out Youngstown State 73-17. Texas Tech uh, beats Arizona State 30-22. Uh, University of Texas San Antonio beats Houston Christian 45-7. Rutgers beats Virginia Tech 26-23. Duke beats Middle Tennessee 45-17. Colorado State beats UTEP 27-17. SMU beats the brakes off of TCU 66-42. What's going on with TCU? They used to be ranked once upon a time. Now they falling off. Monmouth, the FCS program, beats FIU Florida International 45-42. Liberty beats East Carolina 35-24. Florida State outlasts California 14-9. They got a win for the morale. That's good. Tulsa went to overtime with Louisiana Tech, and Tulsa got out of there winning 23-20. North Texas beats Wyoming 44-17. Sam Houston beats New Mexico State 31-11. Troy beats Florida A&M HBCU FCS squad 34-12. UConn beats Florida Atlantic 48-14. And you see Northwestern losing to Washington 24-5. And Western Kentucky beats Toledo 26-21. Colorado beats Baylor. Went into overtime 38-31. Of course, we all know that. And I'm
Travis
sorry.
Hunter is that dude, man.
Yeah, Travis Hunter is that dude. Fresno State beats New Mexico 38-21. Boise State beats Portland State 56-14. Iowa beats Minnesota 31-14. South Carolina beats the brakes out of Akron 57. And that's in Hawaii beats Northern Iowa 36-7. All right, those are the scores for week 4. Any thoughts, gentlemen?
Um, it was a very depressing week of football for me. Um, but other than that, it was a good week of football, man.
Yeah, I hear you, man. We gonna get on that. Here come Mr. Shelton, Brock Purdy MVP. Here we go. Yeah, we gonna see, brother Jay Good. What's going on, man? Appreciate you, man, stopping by. It's my brother Soul Power, aka Gamed Up Kennels. He said, "Salute, good brother. Salute, man." Jay Barr always supporting. He said, "Salute, family in chat. Salute." And Jay Good again. He says, "Rivalry, yeah. A lot of you gotta watch those rivalry games, man." And just I want to before we go further, I just want to cover some HBCU scores. Norfolk State beats VMI 32-10. Tennessee Tech beats Tennessee State 24-14. So Coach Eddie George lost one to Tennessee Tech. Clark Atlanta beats Bethune Cookman 38-37. That was an upset. That was a big ass upset. Clark Atlanta is usually food. They a homecoming squad. Meaning that's the team you put up, put on the schedule for homecoming. Hampton improves their win streak against Howard. I don't think will Howard ever break they losing streak to Hampton. They lost to Hampton again, 27-20. Nichols State beat Mississippi Valley 66-0. Richmond,
Damn.
Richmond beat Delaware State 38-24. North Carolina Central beat the brakes off of North Carolina A&T. I guess North Carolina Central. Remember all the time North Carolina A&T beat them in their rival series. So they put it on them last week, 66-24. Morgan State beats Virginia Lynchburg 56-7. Central Arkansas beats Arkansas Pine Bluff 56-17. Austin P beats Alabama A&M 59-16. Grambling State, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm eating crow because I picked Jackson State to beat Grambling. But Grambling beats Jackson State Tigers 41-20.
Damn.
Lamar.
I guess moving on from Hugh Jackson was a good idea.
Yeah. Lamar barely beats Texas Southern 2017. Southern go into overtime. Coaches Southern Jaguars beats Prairie A&M in overtime 31-24. Troy, we just went over that score. Troy beating Florida A&M 34-12. And McNeese beats Alcorn State 42-14. So those are the HBCU scores, fellas. And then we have a good game going on right now. Starting off week 5. Virginia Tech has capitalized off that interception. They tied up the game, fellas, 14-14 to Miami. Big Joe, I gotta hand it to you. You were right. I thought they was gonna get blown out.
No, I knew as soon as Miami came out, I knew they were going to struggle with Virginia Tech, because it's Miami been beating some good teams, but a lot of them teams have been trash too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So a lot of times you can get overconfident. I mean, you just played on the Saturday night, playing a Friday night game, you're playing against a team that's 2-2. So you like, man, we should blow this team out, man. We ain't worry about Virginia Tech too much. I saw that by them coming out there, just by them warming up and see them running out on the field. I'm like, oh, they're not taking this game seriously. And just like we said earlier, any conference game ain't no joke. See, right now, look, look at that. They're killing them on offense right now. Virginia Tech already about to score. So I mean, Miami's supposed to win this game, but if you're not focused, if you're reading the press clippings, if you enjoying that South Beach vibe too much,
Right.
you can get your draws knocked off by Virginia Tech, who's a 2-2 team who you should beat. But
That's
we're
true.
gonna see how focused Miami is because you got your quarterback Cam Ward, who just got sacked in the last series. He's a Heisman front runner, so you can let your foot off the gas if you believe that you're supposed to beat everybody. Believing it and doing it is two different things. So we're
That's
gonna keep
true.
an eye on this game. So
Like you said, Virginia Tech said we ain't FAMU. No disrespect to HBCUs, but we not FAMU. So you absolutely right.
right.
Um,
Right. And like perfect example, like for the games last week, I was really watching the Nebraska Illinois game, because Nebraska, they put all their energy, they put all their gusto into being Colorado. Colorado's everybody's Super Bowl. They can say whatever they want about crime or whatever, but when Colorado come to town, they're gonna get everybody's best. So yeah, Terrence, Bud Crawford walk y'all out, all type of stuff. They were so gung ho on beating Colorado.
mhm.
Again, they got to the ultimate high when it comes to beating Colorado. They put all in. The stands was crazy. Big Red was doing this thing. They beat Colorado. Oh yeah, we Nebraska. Nebraska's back. Well, obviously this ain't the '90s no more because y'all came out, y'all lost to Illinois in overtime, and literally y'all had a 4th and 28, and that's that. So I know your quarterback's a rookie. I mean, I'm not a rookie, a freshman. And then I heard that his brother just committed of the class of 2026 as a quarterback as well. But Nebraska's still not there yet, But again, it's hard to maintain that high of intensity from week to week to week. You at some point you got to come down. It's hard to go high, come down, go high. That's hard to maintain throughout the whole season. So Nebraska is who they are. How you lose to Illinois when you beat Colorado by damn near 50 points, but you lose to Illinois at home.
Yeah,
I guess you need Bud Crawford to walk you out every time for good luck. I guess, huh?
facts, man. Facts.
And then
Uh,
Virginia Tech just scored on a jet sweep. Golly.
mm,
Yeah, you can look into their eyes. You can tell they're like, wait a minute. Yeah, they don't know what to do. You know what I mean? You can tell Miami don't know what to do with this.
They,
I
they
don't
ain't
see
been
no
hitting their
juice.
mouth yet this season.
We gonna see who the leaders are of your team now. We gonna see who are your leaders. You beat
speak.
Florida, that's cool. You beat FAMU, that's cool. You dog walk Ball State, that's cool. South Florida was a good win. Virginia Tech ain't no hoes now. They never been no hoes out here.
Never.
So, but Friday night, you think you're supposed to beat them? I don't see no juice on the sideline. I see a bunch of guys. I see a bunch of entitled players who feel like they're supposed to be here. We gonna see. It's still early, but it ain't looking good. I need some juice now. I don't see no juice.
Okay, yeah, I highly agree. I highly agree. Uh, salute to 86 Goats, aka Brandon Brazil. Sup, fellas? Appreciate you stopping by, man. And salute to the family, Coach 67 Sports TV, man. Salute, brother. Coach over there being an actual coach, doing his thing, doing them kids right. Um, let's go. JB, we got to talk about it, man. Tar Heels get dog walk. Mac Brown almost quit after the game. First of all, what the hell happened? How did we? Now, let's don't get it twisted. James Madison always has gave us problems.
Right?
Always, always. They beat us one
In
year
Appalachian State.
in Appalachian
Mm-hmm.
State,
Always give us a-
so I knew
Mm-hmm.
this wasn't gonna be easy game at all. We knew we had the potential of losing this game, but 70-50. What the what the hell, man? What's going on? Didn't we
So
got 4 stars and 5 stars on that defensive line? defensive line. What's going on?
So I know big, town was just talking about Miami, but that's what goes for everybody. We come in undefeated. Mac Brown at the beginning of the game was talking about going 4-0 the first time in 1980 something, I believe. 1990 or something. I believe I gotta research that, look that up. But anyway, what made this more stressful? JMU won their little championship last year for their conference, right?
Sunbelt, yeah.
And yeah, for the Sun Belt. Their whole team from last year transferred to another school. So the coach that left last year, their top players went with it. So the team last week that whooped our ass and put 70 points on it, there's a whole nother different group of kids transfer dudes. That makes it worse.
Damn.
So, and they had 2 weeks to plan for us. So they watched that North Carolina Central game. They watched the Minnesota game. They watched the Charlotte game, and they studied us and they whooped our ass. That shit looked like a daggone a ass whooping. That reminded me that time Devin Haney whooped on George Cambosa and Regis, right? It was that type of ass whooping. It was just a systematic ass whooping. They had this black quarterback. We couldn't do nothing with him. He ran it and threw it on. He ran it for like 80 yards, 90 yards, threw it for like damn near 400 yards. D-line was getting pushed around. And it's just like what Town said, that we was arrogant. Yeah, we had a bunch of, 5-star linemen, linebackers. They got hit in their mouth. And once it all started in when they blocked the punt and run it back. The crowd was hype. They were jumping up and down. They were talking shit. And we never thought we were going to lose that game until probably the second half, the halftime.
Reality
and
set in.
then reality set in there. Hey, these boys is really kicking our ass. Jacoby Criswell, he had a good game. He had a couple of throws that he probably wants back, like a pick six, but that's because he was trying to throw it off his back foot when he was under pressure. Can't make that throw, but I'm not totally mad at him.
I'm mad at the defense, man. Like, especially our secondary been trash, bro.
Bro, man, it's crazy, man. And we brought in a defensive coordinator that was supposed to stop all this, man, and we were just getting trashed. I don't know if we're gonna beat Duke tomorrow. I don't know. We usually and that's probably gonna be that's Carolina football. Hell, that's ACC football. For if we go in Duke at home at Duke to Duke's home, excuse me, and beat them. That's pretty much sums up Carolina and ACC football. We look shit one game and we come out look like we actually a college football program. So, and then to talk about Mac Brown, I think it was either halftime or after the game. He said he would quit if because he was asking the players, what is he doing wrong? And I guess and that basically got out. The media got a hold to it. And then so everybody painted like he said that he was gonna quit, but I had halftime. If you've been in the locker room, especially when you're getting your ass whooped, or you losing a game you shouldn't lose, and you had your coaches in there trying to pep you up, especially if you had a good week of practice, you understand that. You see what I'm saying? I'm not mad at that. So that's all that was with Mac is trying to get, what can I do? What can we do to have y'all play better? I'll quit, I'll step down. But apparently that got out and everybody, the headlines is, hey, Mac Brown gonna quit. So, but
Yeah, well,
um
but we don't want to saturate the show just talking about the Tar Heels. But Big Joe, what did you catch a whiff of this? I know you saw the score, but what was your thoughts when you saw the Tar Heels getting their ass whooped like this?
Oh man, I got some construction going on in my house. Hope that's not too loud. Do y'all hear anything? Or...
Yeah, we can, but it's all good.
Hold on, let me close this real quick. We got some construction going on here. But yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, bro. I mean, for all y'all who don't know, I was recruited by the Tar Heels a long time ago. That was when Butch Davis was there. So that was when what's his name? Nix, Hakeem Nicks was a wide receiver there. I mean, Marvin Austin was there or whatnot. So I always root for the Tar Heels to do good and everything. But yeah, you see them losing to James Madison. I mean, what the score was 70-50. Good God. I mean, I mean, like if you're an ACC team like that, you shouldn't be losing to James Madison. But I know the Tar Heels program has always been their basketball team. The basketball team is always the front runner and like the big brother, and football teams like the little brother. I think probably the most famous Tar Heel player is probably like Julius Peppers, I think. But
Yeah,
in a football player. But yeah, I mean, there's no
LT
need.
too.
Yeah, LT, my bad, yeah, LT too. Um, I mean, there's no reason you should lose to James Madison. There's no reason to. They're not really a big program. They don't have the money like you guys have, as far as the NIL goes and whatnot. There's no reason you should be losing to them or be losing 70-50. This is not. These are basketball numbers. These are WNBA numbers we got here. You dig what I'm saying? So the program needs a lot of renovation. I know Mac Brown's there. I met Mac Brown before when he was at Texas. He's a great guy, but he might be past his prime when it comes to recruiting. I mean, like if you
Mm,
can't recruit, if you can't convince guys to go over there, I mean, then that step out the way. Football. I know a lot of these old coaches they hold on for a long time, but coaching, recruiting now is a young man's game. Prime recruiting. Alabama's recruiting. You got what's the brother at Ole Miss? What's it? Lane Kiffin. They be recruiting Sarkeesian. He got Lamborghinis out in the front. What I mean, at Texas. So if he can't compete with that, then you're gonna have to let go. Mac Brown was losing at Texas. That's why they brought Charlie Strong in there. So so you know,
damn.
uh that's why Mac Brown's a good coach, but Vince Young ain't walking through the door no time soon. So hey, it's gonna be a long season for y'all.
It's just the truth. And like JB said, I'm scared and see how we gonna do against a Duke. And Duke ain't world beaters, but if James Madison blowing us out, I don't know. But we gonna see. We definitely gonna see. Uh JB, any final words before we move on?
Yeah, y'all pray for the UNC Tar Heels football program, man.
Yeah, pray for us, man. Uh, my sister, Ravens Talk with Yolanda. Good evening, everyone. Y'all, please support the sister, man. She doing her thing, especially if you're a Baltimore Ravens fan or just a fan of football in general. Um, this sister put us fellas to shame when it comes to football knowledge. So y'all support her, man. She doing her thing. Um, all right. Okay, this is what I want to talk about, y'all. Do rookie quarterbacks need to hold the clipboard again? Do we need to go back to that, like back in the day? Because if you think about it, right, Patty Mahomes, and I know there's levels to this, right? Because Patty Mahomes was he had it as far as talent wise.
Patrick,
Uh,
Patrick,
Yeah,
yeah,
Patrick
yeah.
Mahomes. Uh, um, he held the clipboard for 1 year behind Alex Smith, and then when Alex Smith retired, that's all he needed because he already had the talent. Now you can see the visual on the screen. I have Bryce Young, which he was sat, and Andy Dalton came in for him and then balled out. Uh, Malik Willis, uh, he was drafted by the
Sat behind
Tennessee Titans,
Tannehill.
sat behind
Hmm.
Tannehill. Look at him now, right? Uh, Sam Darnold, tried to start for the New York Jets. It didn't turn out, so he moved from team to team, Panthers uh, and other teams, and now he's starting for the Vikings.
And he balling.
Joke.
and he balling.
Hell,
So
Jordan Love sat behind Aaron Rodgers for like 5 years.
that's my
There we
point.
go.
There you go.
What
So
Aaron Rodgers sat behind what Brett Favre for like a year or two, something like that.
yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Lamar
Okay.
Lamar Lamar sat behind Joe Flacco.
Yeah, for a few games. So depending on the talent level, because everybody doesn't bloom as fast. But I think we need to go to say, especially because I think Bryce Young. Everybody talking about he trash, he garbage. I think he just needs to hold the clipboard for a couple of more years, man. Me personally. Let somebody like Andy Dalton, which I believe the Panthers made a great decision, picking up a veteran that knows how is competent enough to run offense, and you saw what he did last week. So, um, not to be long winded, going with you, Big Joe. What do you think? Do these rookies need to go back and just sit down and learn something before pushing them out there, a la Drake May?
Yeah, um I believe that rookie quarterback should sit. I understand there's cases where guys are phenoms or guys, they just get it, but that's pretty rare. Pretty rare a guy can go into the league and start and light it up, a la Cam Newton. Cam Newton came in the first 3 games, he was mauling. You know what I mean? But a lot of times, there's a maturation process that needs to happen in the NFL. NFL is not like college. You got these young guys who are coming in, they have to learn how to be pros. They got to learn how to be pros. They got to learn how to be how to be the leader of a franchise. When you're quarterback of a team, no matter if you want to be or not, you are the leader of the franchise. Your name's on the billboard. Everybody's counting on you to take them to the promised land. Your team was only going to go as far as your quarterback goes. We saw with the Giants last night how that went. The Giants should have beat the Cowboys, but the quarterback ain't that good, so they lost. So, so I believe a lot of these rookies they
Right,
should sit and they should sit and learn because you got to learn how to be a pro. You got to learn the playbook, and you have to learn habits. You can't learn NFL habits if you've never been to the NFL. That's why you need to learn from somebody. Why they always tell you when you come into the league, you need to find you a vet, get to a vet, and find somebody who you can watch and learn from. Them guys don't know how to watch tape. They don't know how to break down defenses. They have to learn from somebody from that. Now on the flip side of being a rook, if you're replacing a quarterback vet, a lot of times they're not going to help you. A lot of times you're on your own, a la Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers. You know, um, So, but you got to sit behind and learn from somebody. That's why shout out to the Patriots head coach. He's telling Drake May, "Hey, you go ahead and chill out. You can learn from Jacoby Brissett. Even though Jacoby's not a world beater, he's still a vet, and he can teach Drake May how to be an NFL pro.
fact.
All this stuff takes time. It takes for some of these quarterbacks, it takes 2 or 3 years to learn the offense. And if you're a guy like Baker Mayfield, he came in, he had 2 or 3 different coordinators, had like a new coordinator every year. It's hard to, to get stuff down. But then some folks will say, well, look at Jaden Daniels. Well, Jaden Daniels is at a great situation. He got top wide receivers, and he got Ron Rivera, who's a phenomenal coach. And then you got Bryce Young, somebody who's going to a bad organization, don't really have too many good players, and then he's going to struggle because the culture's not that great. Then they're going to say, oh, well, Andy Dalton's doing good. Well, Andy Dalton's a 10-year pro. He's
Right.
a 10. So you tell me a 10-year pro should know how to play quarterback compared to a rookie who doesn't have any mentors to learn from. So Bryce Young is not trash. He's just in a trash situation. So um, I believe that rookies should not start, should just wait their turn just like they did before. Hell, Tom Brady sat behind Drew Bledsoe until Drew Bledsoe got hurt. He sat
Fact.
behind him
Yep.
for like what
Sure
boy
did.
8, 9. He sat behind him for like eight or 9 games, but then when he
Mhm.
got in there, he did his thing. So you know, I believe they should wait. And to be fair, you have some guys will say, "Oh well, Brock Purdy doing this thing." Well, Brock Purdy is in a phenomenal, phenomenal position.
Right.
You got some future Hall of Famers and some Pro Bowlers on your squad. You have a storm down defense who has probably the best linebacker in the league right now.
Fred
You
Warner.
have the best, you probably arguably the best DN and Nick Bosa. You have McCaffrey, you have Debo. He's in a phenomenal situation to where he can succeed. It's all about being in a situation where you can succeed. Now if you take Brock Purdy out of that situation, you put him on North Carolina, Carolina Panthers. I believe they're gonna say he's trash too. So
I agree. I agree.
but yeah, I think. Long story short, I think that quarterbacks rookies should step back, learn, soak up the game, learn how to be a pro, learn the playbook, and then that leads them to be successful. But now, they're teams trying to win right now. We I have a new toy, we're gonna use them. You know, if you don't put batteries in that toy, it ain't gonna work. So, I think rookies should sit and wait. Even if it's at least 5 to 6 games.
I 100% agree. And like Yolanda said, there's a few exceptions, right? Like somebody like Jaden Daniels who's balling, right? But he still got
CJ
to learn.
Stroud.
CJ Stroud. Now those are the exceptions, man. But most of these guys need to sit down and learn something. If it is a few games or a couple of years, based on their talent level. So yeah, Joe. Nobody can. I don't think nobody can debate with that if they try. Uh, JB, what's your thoughts, bro?
Hey man, Town made some very good points, and people forget about how Geno Smith was considered trash when he was with the Jets, but
Good
people
example.
also forget that shout out to Rex Ryan, but Rex is I think he got the Baltimore Ravens flu where he didn't know how to draft receivers. Yeah, David, he was throwing the Geno was throwing the dudes like David Clowney and Brad Smith, who was okay receiver, but he was more of
Kick
a
returner.
punt returner, kick returner. You know what I'm saying? People forget about that. But I'm glad the Panthers pulled um, the young man, Bryce Young. I didn't want him to turn into another David Carr, where David Carr got the shit beat out of him in Houston. You know, when Houston first became a
Started it. Yeah.
team. Yeah, and then he had a horrible offensive line, and we don't know how good David Carr would have been, but we never know now because he shell shocked. You know what I'm saying? So before they ruin that boy's career, I'm glad they benched him. I hope he sit back and learns because you learn a lot of things. Watching we all went through it. All of us on this panel who play football. You especially if coming from JV and about to play varsity, and you got to watch to peep the juniors and seniors before you play. You know what I'm saying? Or being groomed. You know, I know the NFL is different, but it's the same logic of like learning your position, getting your technique right, what to look for as a quarterback or any position.
Right.
So, um, hey man, just humble yourself, learn it. I know you was a shit in college, but it happens.
Look what J Bar put. He said, and I agree with you, man. J Bar said with AR and Indy, it's play calling and taking some smoke off his touch passes. Yeah, good example. AR is he's gonna have some since there's no veteran uh for him to sit under. He's the starting quarterback. Um, I agree. AR, he's gonna make some mistakes, but he's gonna make them better.
Anthony Richardson, yeah, I mean, and then Joe Flacco. This is pretty much the same type of quarterback. Well, not the same as far as passing. They both got strong arms, and Flacco gonna throw a pick. So I don't know what Flacco gonna teach Anthony Richardson about not throwing a pick. So um, and like you said, the situations where the rookie is the better quarterback, better than the veteran. So he has to start. So.
Well, like y'all said perfectly, like with AR, what I mean, obviously he's making a lot of mistakes that he need to grow from, and also what we don't take into account is do these teams have good coaching? Do they have good quarterback coaches that can help not only teach but develop these players? A young player is going to need to develop. It's going to take them probably anywhere from 4 to 5 years to see who they're truly going to be, especially at the quarterback position, because there's so much to learn from. And it's all about being in the right position in the right system that fits your needs. You know what I mean? So, it's like taking Lamar Jackson, making him a drop back quarterback, and we know he run a 4-3 and he can shake the draws off anybody. And then another case we have is Will Levis. Will Levis sat behind last year, played last year as well, but then you see how he's struggling this year. He's a meme now. You know what I mean? So, um, you know, it's a case by case difference, but I just know going into for me, being in the NFL locker room for a short period of time, there's so much you need to learn as a rookie, and I can imagine how it is actually being a rookie quarterback with a franchise on your shoulders. And then if you don't have good coaching, and if you have a veteran in there that's hating on you, don't want you to succeed, you know, it's going to be rough for you. We saw what happened with Justin Fields. Justin Fields got thrown into the fire. He had really nobody to learn from. He was considered trash. Now he's at the Steelers, who has better coaching from, and now he's doing this thing. So
Yes.
it's again, if you can't develop your players, then you're not really a good franchise. So that we have to take that to account as well.
Period. Period. That's the. You might just drop the mic in the show right there.
Yeah, that's true, man. If you don't, you can draft all the talent you want. If you don't know how to build off these young boys' talent, your franchise ain't going nowhere at all. So as much as crap I talk about my Baltimore Ravens, I do appreciate them working with Lamar. Don't get me wrong, still want John Harbaugh ass fired, but I do appreciate them evolving his skills. They just need to put better talent around them. But anyway, as far as the main topics, that was it. Now, JB, you did want to talk about what's going on with that Brett Favre situation, or that lawsuit with Uncle Shay Shay.
Oh yeah, Brett Favre, had a scandal, welfare scandal, a couple of years, a year ago, I believe, and he was going through that, and then he said he was going to sue Shannon Sharp about, I think, defamation of character, and he basically lost the case. Shout out to Sports 78 Sports TV for breaking that news. Go subscribe. Yeah, so Shannon won his case against Brett. And I just noticed, man, that, I just want to say, man, this is very important we stay consistent. I'm seeing a lot of videos about Diddy and everything, which is fine. That's well and good. But I want to see videos about Vince McMahon doing what he doing to women. James Dolan, the dude from the Knicks. So if we're gonna go out there and protect women, let's go after everybody.
Weinstein.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna leave that alone. That's what I'm gonna say about that. Because I'm seeing people jump on people who's popular to be jumped on right now, but they're afraid to go after the people that's powerful. So I don't respect people like that.
That's true. Big Joe, any thoughts on what JB just said?
Regarding Brett Favre, or just the culture in general?
Both. Take your pick.
Yeah, I know Brett Favre went in front of Congress, and he go out there and tell me he got Parkinson's disease, trying to get some sympathy. But the comment section show like, man, everybody trying to hear that, man. Where the money at? Shake that money out your pocket, then. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, shout out to Shannon Sharp and his. It's funny how he went after Shannon Sharp and everybody else was talking about him too. You know what I mean? But you pick on Shannon Sharp to try to sue him for. I see you didn't go after anybody else. You didn't go after the Nick Wright. You didn't go after what's your name? Skip Bayless.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't go after, you didn't go after Molly. You didn't go after anybody else, but you went after Shannon. You know what I mean? So
because Nick Wright and them ain't making paper like Shannon. But go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Or you didn't go after what's old boy name? Who be shotgunning beers and wearing a tank top? What's his name? Who be on ESPN?
Hmm.
Y'all know his name? The dude be wearing tank tops, shotgunning beers. The white dude who's on College Network, who's on College Football, sitting
Oh,
next to Nick
Pat
Saban.
McAfee.
Yeah, Pat
Pat
McAfee. Yeah, Pat
McAfee.
McAfee was talking about him too, but he didn't go after him. Pat McAfee got a fresh 20-some $1 million a year from ESPN. Fresh. Still, I can still smell the paper. You know what I mean? But shout out to Shannon Sharp for winning that lawsuit. I mean, he got good lawyers. You know what I mean? So, we're gonna see what's gonna happen to Brett Favre after this. Is he gonna return the money? Is he gonna shake some of that money out of his account because he got Parkinson's disease? So I don't feel sympathy for nobody who took money from the poor and took it to a university to help build a volleyball facility for their daughter. You know what I mean? You made all that money in the NFL. Why you had to steal money to do that? You should have money yourself to do that. But I heard
Oh,
Brett
they got
Favre.
dirty water and stuff.
Hey, but hey, I got no sympathy for Brett Favre. But shout out to Shannon Sharp though.
Yeah, shout out to Shannon, man. And all right, fellas. While we wrapping it up, which game? Okay, just pick. Only you can pick one or two. It don't matter. Which games are you gonna have your eyes on? College or NFL? Well, college week 5, and then we in NFL. We in week what 4?
4, yeah, 4, week 4. Of course, I'm gonna watch my Carolina Tar Heels. Is really that bad, or is just one game against Duke? And in the NFL, I'm gonna watch of course, my Baltimore Ravens versus the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo is hot right now, but I just got faith in my Ravens, my B more Ravens. Um, Still worried about the right side of that offensive line, man. 77 is still out there, but hey, he had a okay game against the Cowboys. His big ass was still on the ground and missing blocks. It's just, Lamar is just that dude, and Derrick Henry is that dude. So those are the two games that I'm looking for college and NFL.
Okay, okay. How about you, Big Joe?
Yeah, couple games in college I'm looking for. I'm definitely interested in this Miami Virginia Tech game right now for sure. But Louisville, Notre Dame, Louisville they're trying to make a resurgence, like when they do when they have Lamar Jackson. Notre Dame is trying to come back from getting knocked off their high horse against NIU. This is gonna be a game to see if Notre Dame is really legit and if Louisville is really legit. If this is gonna be a good gridiron game. And of course, I'm definitely interested in the Georgia Alabama game. We're gonna see
Yes,
who
you do
runs the
watch. Yep.
SEC.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna see who run the SEC. We're gonna see if brother Milrose. We're gonna see if he's a Heisman candidate or is it gonna be Cam Ward if they come back and beat Virginia Tech. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely looking forward to Ole Miss and Kentucky because Ole Miss seem to be legit, but they've been that way before, and they just can't beat all the good teams. Kentucky literally almost beat Georgia. Well, they should have beat Georgia. But if Ole Miss can beat Kentucky, then they're on the way to do what they need to do. You know, um, and let me see another game I want to see also is going to be Stanford versus Clemson. Stanford is now a pretty solid team this year. And Clemson is been having some struggles this year. So Stanford is in the ACC now. They don't have the recruits. Like a Clemson do. So we're gonna see if they beat Clemson. That's gonna let me know where Dabo Sweeney's at. But I think Clemson should beat Stanford. But that's definitely a game to watch out for. You know, um, Let me see, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. As far as the college, and as far as the NFL, give me a hot second. I definitely want that. The Bills and Ravens for sure. That's gonna be a good game. Um,
Yes,
let me
sir.
see. I definitely want to see Saints and Falcons. The Saints and Falcons is gonna let me know again if both teams are legit. The Saints were on a high horse, and then they lost. The Falcons, they were supposed to beat Kansas City, but That was a tough game. So now this is a good. This could go either way for either team. Either the Saints can win and catapult and help solidify that they're all a solid team, or if the Falcons win, that's gonna let them know that they made the right decision in getting what's the old boy name, the quarterback, Kirk Cousins. If they made the right pick in getting Kirk Cousins, or instead of they should have gotten Justin Fields. A lot of folks said that Justin Fields should have went to the Falcons. So this game right here gonna let me know if Kirk Cousins was the right decision.
Okay. Okay. I love those picks, fellas. So I'm definitely going. You stole mine, Big Joe. Um, Definitely Georgia and Alabama game. For college, and for college, I've be honest with you, my Tar Heels upset me so much. I don't care if they win or lose against Duke. I want them to win, but my attention is going to be toward the HBCU. So I'm definitely going to have my eye on the FAMU and Alabama State game. Uh, I want to see if Alabama State defense is as good as advertised against that FAMU offense. So I'm definitely going to keep my eye on that. Also, North Carolina A&T and South Carolina State. I'm definitely gonna have to look at that game. Uh, Both MEAC teams are pretty strong programs in the MEAC. Both have won the Celebration Bowl before, so I'm definitely watching those games, man. 86 Ghosts don't say that, man. Got the Ravens losing by 10. Uh, Even though it's very, very possible, but I hope you're wrong. Hope you're wrong, bro. Yeah, Yolanda said go Gators and Rattlers. Yeah, I'm definitely checking out them Rattlers. See, but we gonna wrap it up, fellas. Any lasting
You,
words? Anything on your mind
you want me to go over the scores from last week or
for
the NFL games last week? You want me to run down the scores?
you can you can because I mainly was talking about college, man.
Okay,
But
no problem. Wait, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Dean. No problem. Um, we got football's back. We have a good game on right now. Virginia Tech versus Miami. If y'all not watching it, Virginia Tech's beating Miami 24-17. They have a phenomenal DN for Virginia Tech, number 52, who's leading the nation in sacks. He actually got a sack in this game already. So this is a good game to watch. Again, Alabama and Georgia, that's gonna be a phenomenal game on Saturday. So everybody tune in. We got football Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So y'all should be fully entertained. So watch all the games you can, because when they're not on, everybody's gonna be complaining how there ain't no games on. I don't know what to do. Your wife's gonna
fact,
make you do that. Wife gonna make you do chores around the house that you don't want to do now. So hey, watch all the games and enjoy them. Even if they're random games, just enjoy all the games. The games all day long.
preach. Ain't no excuse. Football here, y'all enjoy it. Y'all enjoy it, man. But JB, any final words?
Hey man, like Tal said, man, it's a weekend of football, and man, just sit back and enjoy. Get your favorite drink. You know, important to be with your family, and just enjoy
Get,
life, man.
get your popcorn ready.
Popcorn ready for
Fact.
real. But y'all, I appreciate y'all crashing with us, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Appreciate all who've came in and supported us. Y'all have a blessed
Oh,
weekend.
I forgot
Go
one
ahead.
thing. I'm sorry, I
Go
forgot
ahead.
one
Go
thing.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Lord have mercy, I forgot. The UNLV quarterback.
Oh,
Oh,
We got to speak on that briefly.
got to see. That's why we got Joe, man.
yeah.
Let me see. Hold
Us,
on. Hold on. Let me see. Y'all know his name? I'm trying to find him real quick. All right. So long story short, if y'all didn't know, there's an NLLV quarterback. NLV
Matthew
University.
Sluka.
Matthew what?
Sluka.
Sluka. Okay, Matthew Sluka, who is a University of Nevada, Las Vegas quarterback. He has them being 3-0 right now. 3-0 is the first time in UNLV history in a long time that they're 3-0, and it's because of the quarterback. So with this new NIL deal, from what I'm hearing, to get a playable quarterback or somebody who can help change your college landscape, it's anywhere between $100,000 to $700,000, with NIL money, if you want somebody there. So the quarterback was promised $100,000 in NIL money. Come to UNLV, play for us, we give you $100,000. Because you had the Colorado State, QB said, he was offered 600,000 to leave, but he want to be loyal to Colorado State. And they got dog walked by Colorado. But anyways, he said he was offered 600,000. I think that's cap. Anyways, the UNLV quarterback was offered 100,000, come play for us. So he goes to UNLV with the promise of getting $100,000 in NIL money. And we're at week 3 now. He done went through the whole off season. He done went through spring ball, summer camp, double days. Now we're in week 4. And out of that $100,000 he was promised, he was only received $3,000. Of course, he get a scholarship check, but he's only gotten 3,000 of the 100,000 he was promised. So due to them falling on their false promises, giving him that money, the quarterback said, you know what? I'm gonna utilize my red shirt year. I'm gonna sit back and I ain't gonna play. And I'm actually gonna transfer because y'all didn't lie to me. So some folks feel some way about it. They're saying, oh, this is out of control. NIL is doing way too much. Well, no matter what job you do or who you work for, if somebody promised you a paycheck and you ain't get your paycheck, you gonna leave too. So we gotta stop looking at these players as student athletes. These are now business people. These are now employees now. So if you go to your job with them promising to pay you every 2 weeks and they only pay you every 2 months, you ain't gonna work there too much longer. So again, look at these players now as employees, not student athletes. So if you promised that man $100,000 and you only gave him 3,000, he gonna feel some kind of way. I don't know if there's a contract involved. I don't know if there's any paperwork. But again, if you want a viable quarterback, going through the transfer portal is going to cost anywhere between $100,000 to $700,000. That's what the price range is. They offered him 100, they gave him 3,000. So he's like, all right, I'm going to bounce. So now I heard a casino was offering to give him 100,000 to them. They said that's chump change. He said that's nothing for to keep UNLV going. That's nothing. We'll pay that. So I don't know if he's going to stay or not, but to all the boosters and schools out there, if you promise somebody something, do what they gonna do because you're gonna want these players to give them their all. You gonna expect these players to give you their effort, give them their mind, body, and soul to the program. If you promise them some money, just pay them because you don't want nobody to shortchange you.
Facts, man. And JB, how you feel about it? Because I did thanks to Joe, I didn't only skin was the article, but I'd never basically looked into it. But I did catch a lot of people's reaction. A lot of people say, we created a monster with these NILs. Which me personally, I love it. I these young boys putting their bodies on the line, and some of them, sorry to say, probably ain't gonna be able to walk straight when they turn an older age. So give these boys their money. What JB, what you think?
And I love it. We talked about this, on the Southern Baller show before. You can't do that. Can't do that no more. This is a contractual agreement that was made. You promised that boy something, you didn't give it to him. So shit. He said, I ain't playing. I'm helping this sorry ass UNLV rebel team to be relevant. And I'm just getting 3 stacks. Nah, hell no. So I agree. Hey, Mac Brown need to get on the phone. Hey man, he can come to my UNC Tar Heels. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
You know? Mac Brown need to get on the phone, see what that boy talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Throwing
for
around
real,
some money. You
for real,
know,
man. And shout out to Mahari, man, Sports Podcast. Appreciate you, brother, man. Go subscribe to the brother, man. Him and his Minnesota Vikings. Uh,
yeah,
86 goals. He said it's the principles and it's the principalities of the situation. Yeah, yeah. That big
that
worm
big
for real.
worm.
Uh,
Bruh, man, I just don't. They can't be playing with these kids like that. I know Coach got some stories. I know Big Joe got some stories. These coaches and these programs like to play with these kids. They not gonna go for it
not
anymore,
anymore.
especially
Nope,
when you talking about money. So
not anymore, man. So, uh, good stuff, Big Joe. Appreciate you, man. Really do. Um, but we are going to go ahead and wrap it up. This was another installment of the Southern Baller Show. You have a blessed day.